Welcome, everybody. It is the I'm Okay podcast. You got your co hosts here, Kyle with Mike Fucius. This is take two, Fucius. I think we could do this even better than the last time. How's it going, brother?
I bet we can as long as there's no rhesus eggs involved. Inside story. If you want to know what that's about, comment on the video below,
Comment
and
below.
one of us will hopefully, maybe not, but hopefully answer you back on that because it's pretty funny.
It's not that funny.
Well, I mean, it's funny for us, but it might not be as funny for you. So you know what? Don't even comment on it.
Not even
I encourage
comments.
you not to comment on this
For the
topic.
fans. It's about
Screw the
us.
fans.
It's
That's
about
our
us.
motto on the I'm Okay podcast.
I'm okay. I'm
I'm
okay
okay
with it.
too. All right, so topic number one we got going on for you is our projected wins for the Chicago Bears, THEE Chicago Bears, and of course Kyle's team. What was that again? I can't remember the.
The Green Bay Packers, the greatest
That,
franchise in the history of American professional sports.
I might have set you up a little too good on that one. So Kyle, why don't you start because you got some brilliant ideas on how the Packers are going to realistically do. Go ahead and tell us about this.
Yeah, so the listeners at home, we were talking about this during the day. I kind of brought it up. We started chit-chatting about NFL while I was at work, and I was like, hey, let's go through some of these team projections, and then of course my Green Bay Packers, I gave the most realistic projection possible. I did the math. I did the math backwards. I checked my work, checked it twice. I don't see how this is foolproof really at this point. Your Green Bay Packers are going 17-0, folks. 2024 season. We're going to be a year ahead of schedule. Just looking through the schedule, I mean, we got Chicago twice, two easy wins. We got Detroit twice. We're going to stun them because we're going to take back what they destroyed from us. Ever since we won the Thanksgiving game, I think that's just over for the Lions. They lost their mojo.
Yeah,
Vikings
101.
twice, they're dead in the water. Like, they got nobody left besides Jefferson. Aaron Jones, I guess, is there now. So shout out to my boy.
Oh my
Um,
God.
Jaguars, I mean, they'll choke. Cardinals aren't good. Rams lost Donald, and we never struggle. We always beat the Rams anyway, but we never struggle against them. Titans suck now. Houston's pretty good. 49ers are pretty good. Those two actually kind of scare me. Colts are iffy. They could hit or miss. Seattle, it's hard to tell.
You'll beat Seattle.
Eagles,
I don't think you're
Eagles,
going
we
to
might
beat
be playing the Eagles
Houston.
at Brazil week one. It's between us and someone else. I can't remember who the other team is. But they're down to like two teams that could be going to Brazil week one against the Eagles. So that'll be kind of exciting. And I think due to our Portuguese fan base in Brazil there, a lot of Brazilians love the Packers. It's one of the favorite teams of Brazil. So it might be a home field
How do you
advantage
know
there for
that?
us if we go, even though we're the away team.
How do
Then
you know
Saints are
that?
dog water. Uh, we can beat the Saints. We beat them last year. Then the Dolphins. We usually beat the Dolphins. And it's at home in Green Bay, so they're not going to win there. So really, I mean, worst case scenario, I'm thinking 13-4, but 17-0 is really what
Thank
make that tell me.
you. Thank you. That's more realistic. I'm thinking I'm projecting you around 14 wins, maybe 13 on the low end as well. How did you get this Brazil thing? This is just new to me. There's got to be something that you know about this.
So I follow the beat reporters on the X, the Twitter app there, the old Tweeter bird. But yeah, I got the inside scoops. I follow all the reporters that cover the Packers, at least most of them. All the best ones for sure. Shout out to all the reporters I follow. That's basically all I follow on Twitter is Green Bay Packers and lacrosse stuff. That's just pretty much all my Twitter feed consists of. So there's no person. Very few people I even know in person on there. It's mostly just reporters and people that cover the teams I care about. So or sports I care about. But either way, yeah, I got the inside scoop. They revealed it at the combine. They're talking to some people and they announced because they already announced the Eagles are going to host Week One in Brazil to kick off the season, and they're narrowing down the teams. And I know for sure because all the Packers people are talking about how the Packers are final two teams, and I forget. I was thinking it was another NFC team. Um, maybe AFC North. Maybe the Bengals or Browns. I'm pretty sure it's an NFC team. Maybe the Bucks. But either way, yeah, they narrowed down two teams with the Packers being one. They did, study in Brazil, and they did a fan poll for NFL fans, and I think 25% of the NFL fans in Brazil are Packers fans. So,
So you're saying 75% or not?
and then the other large portion of the country is just not a fan of anyone at all because they could care less about American football. But yeah, 75% are not, but 25% out of 32 teams, that's pretty significant for a neutral country.
If you don't know, now you know, folks. There you go. There you
Get
have
the
it.
inside scoops here in the MOK podcast. It's hard hitting news you guys didn't even know you're in.
Yeah, darn right. In Brazil, very popular, the Green Bay Packers.
And the MOK podcast very popular in Brazil. Shout out
Very
Brazilian
true. That's where
hoes.
we get all
Yeah.
our viewers. Shout out Brazil.
Yeah, I know you guys didn't know this, but I actually recorded a second pod. Basically, it's just this, but we do it all in Portuguese. You didn't know Fucius and I knew Portuguese, but now you know.
Yeah, it was more of the transcription on the bottom and the captions.
No. They don't need to peek behind the curtain there, folks. We know Portuguese, but we're not going to display it. This is the English version, so we're going to keep rolling here.
Let's keep rolling. Okay, so my predictions for the Chicago Bears. Now,
Boo.
this is tricky for me because I don't know what quarterback we're drafting for certain. Now, if we draft Caleb Williams,
Or at all.
I think we're gonna win like 6 games.
Huh.
If we draft a different quarterback, Jalen Daniels or Drake May, I think we're gonna win maybe 8 or 9 games.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's just the
Wow.
honesty. I'm a very straightforward fan. I don't like to BS. Oh, this is our year. This is our year. You know, I've been a Cubs fan long enough to know that every year is not going to be your damn year. In fact, most of them are not going to be your damn year. And this is not going to be our damn year because of partially this guy's team, partially because of 25% of Brazilian fans' teams.
Nothing to do with them.
I'm just throwing them in there because we talked about it earlier. But
Gotcha,
anyways,
Brazil.
that's going to be a big hindrance to us in the division, and of course those Texans are going to be probably the only threat for Kyle's team that I can see, other than maybe the Eagles, depending upon which Eagles show up during next year. But for my Bears, I'm predicting about 6 to 9 wins based on that quarterback.
Now, when I was looking at the Bears projection, now, this is from a biased fan, mind you.
17 and 0.
I didn't get the quite the same count as you did when you were looking at the Bears schedule here. So if I'm pulling up the Bears future schedule 2024, just seeing the opponents all broken down. Now, granted, we don't know the whole list, but I mean the Lions are going to lose both of those. Packers are going to lose both of those. Vikings you might split, so that's one win. Arizona, I mean that's a toss up between Kyler Murray. He's going to run all over you guys now, so well maybe that's 2. The Rams, I think they still got you beat. 3. Houston, Houston's got you beat. Jaguars got you beat. So you're splitting the Vikings. So sorry, you got 2 wins so far. Titans will probably be pretty bad. So maybe that's 3. Commanders maybe 4. Panthers 5. Patriots 6. Yeah, at most 6 wins at most for no matter who your quarterback is.
Yeah, I'm saying 6 to 9. 9 if we get hot
I think 6 is
and
the ceiling,
lucky.
buddy. I don't know if 6 is the floor. It's my ceiling
No,
for you.
I'd say 9's the ceiling. I'm gonna give it
You think
just in
you got
case
a
we
shot
show
for
up a little
going
more.
over
We
500?
got some receivers, bro. We got good receivers.
Yeah, they got DJ Moore.
Speaking of receivers, how about what happened over with Texas and Buffalo?
Houston Texans, yes, they received Stephon Diggs in a trade from Buffalo. It is the single largest dead cap money trade that's happened in NFL history. So the Bills are eating a lot of money for trading Diggs right now versus waiting until after June 1st.
Yeah, I think it was a terrible move on the Bills' part. Obviously,
I
he wanted out.
I didn't really get a chance to really comb through it and try to figure out why, unless it was just Stephon being really unhappy and they just got tired of it. But they lost their whole secondary, basically. I mean, they lost their best receiver. They have some good ones still. They still have Josh Allen. And in fact, maybe this is going to sound weird. It's going to sound crazy talk, but it might be addition by subtraction. Stephon Diggs is a phenomenal player. In the right situation, he's going to flourish and do well. But I feel like his time with Josh Allen, he's getting frustrated with him. He was getting frustrated not getting the ball. Maybe Houston will provide a fresh start. And I mean, there's some good receivers that are still getting the ball. And a really good running back that's out there now, Mixon. I mean, the Texans got a legitimate star power and all the skills positions like we haven't seen them have in a long time.
Very true.
Um,
If ever.
I don't know how fouls transpire down there. And they're just basically force feed the ball. But now Josh Allen's gonna be able to throw the ball whoever he wants, just like he was doing, but won't have to worry about Diggs complaining about it. I mean, he's still got Gabe Davis. He's got 2 great tight ends and Kincaid and Knox. He's got there's a couple other receivers that weren't as well known. They're blanking the names, and that huge Bills
Yeah,
following.
I can think of one of them, but I can't think of how to pronounce
But
his name.
they had like a couple other rookies and younger players that are pretty darn good. Like I mean, they're just gonna I think help Josh just distribute the ball more appropriately instead of trying to force feed Diggs. So I mean, they end up being in the world for Buffalo. Maybe it was the right move. But I mean, they're hurting. You know, they lost their best receiver, they lost their secondary. It's definitely gonna have a negative impact on them. But I think in the long run, maybe it'll benefit Allen in his career. I don't think that people are like, oh, Josh Allen's got to get one out Buffalo now. It's like, no, I mean, he's still got everything he needs there. He's got a good offensive line. He is the running game, right? I mean, then he can pass the ball to whoever now. Like, it's just kind of opens him up.
That's an optimistic sell for Bills fans and the coaching staff to tell Josh Allen.
I guess you tell a different story over there, Fuchs.
I feel like they're going to be worse. I feel like the Dolphins win the division, and I feel like they'll still be maybe a wild card. That's kind of where I'm predicting them at, is a wild card status.
Yeah, I'm kind of having them wild card out of the playoffs. I mean, I think it'll take them some time to figure out who they are now. But I think in the long run it could be beneficial. But yeah, let's you kind of hinted at it. Let's talk about our NFL division predictions here for 2024 season. Do you
Love
want
it.
to go through yours first, or do you want to go through mine? I think we
You
pretty much
go
have the
through yours
same.
first because I already know we talked about this earlier today, and I'm going to agree with every single pick you have almost 100%. So
Almost
you go
100%.
first.
We'll start the AFC. AFC North, I think the Ravens repeat. I don't know if they'll win the conference, but I think they will win their division. They're adding Derrick Henry. They still have Lamar Jackson. They got a bunch of players at skill positions. They still have a strong defense. Like, I mean, it's tough to see them take a step back. Now, Cleveland and Cincinnati can always surprise there. I think Steelers, I mean, they got Wilson and Fields now. I mean, we'll see if they fix it up over there. But the AFC North is tough. It is a tough division. It's been a tough division. Tomlin still finds a way to go 500 every year somehow. He's above 500 or something. Your coach, I don't get it. Um,
Amazing job by
and
you.
I think he'll still continue to do that. And so then we got Cincinnati. And every team that AFC North could probably go 500 if it just plays out right. It's just nuts. But I mean, the Ravens. I mean, what do they lose from this past year? I mean, are they going to win the Super Bowl? Probably not. But as long as Lamar stays healthy, they have a chance to win just about every game they're in.
Yeah, I
So
agree. I'm gonna give you.
that one kind of actually scares me. I feel like that's going to be hard to win that division 2 years in a row. It's a really tough division. All the teams are pretty stacked. Browns just got to figure out quarterback, and the Bengals just got to figure out how to get their magic back from a couple years ago. I think a lot of it's on the defensive end, just kind of getting Joe Burrow on the same page as those receivers. Um, so this isn't going to take a step back this year, honestly, without Mixon. I think T. Higgins got franchised and wants to be traded. So I mean, that's it's a little rocky times there, so maybe the Browns step up. But yeah, we got the Ravens in the north, got the Dolphins in the AFC
I'm gonna go
East.
yay on the Ravens. Give me a yay or nay after you're done.
Oh, yeah,
Your
yeah.
explanation. That's our game now here, officially, as of now.
Okay. Good to know the rules. Most people explain the rules before the game starts, but that's okay. I'm okay. Um,
I'm gonna give you a nay on that.
AFC East, we got the Bills taking a step back. I think the Jets still suck. I think the Patriots still suck. Dolphins win the division. I think they're going to have a fun offense, another fun year. Don't know if they got the answers to really take on the AFC Championship either. But I got the Dolphins, AFC East, the A or nay Fuchsias.
Yay.
Say more. Why yay?
Basically, for the reasons you just gave, I think they're gonna win more games than last season. I'm saying that without looking at the schedule, but I just feel like they're a better team now, and I feel like the other teams are not as good. That's another part of the division.
All right, let's go on to the AFC South. I mean, Texans, we've been talking about them. They got all the firepower now, the skill positions. Their defense is really coming on strong. They did some great work in the draft the last couple of years, made some good trades, and really got
Mhm.
themselves really competitive after being worst team in the NFL for a couple of years there. Found their way back to being a contender again. And this is a team I think that really has a chance to take a step forward, pending the sophomore slump that could happen from Stroud. But I see a lot of upside there. I think Indy's going to be a little better. I think Jacksonville's going to be consistent. I think Titans are going to struggle a little bit, but I think overall, just looking at this division, I mean, there's again three really good teams that have a chance to make some noise, and I think wouldn't be surprised if we see at least two AFC South teams in the playoffs. The Fuchsias, Houston, two AFC South teams in the
That's
playoffs.
a
Yay or nay?
big yay, big yay. And if they don't do it, that's a huge collapse, waste of money, and I don't see that happening. I think they're gonna be in the round before the Super Bowl at least, um, the AFC Championship game, maybe even in the Super Bowl playing against your Green Bay Packers.
Do you think two AFC South teams make it to the wild card or make it to the playoffs?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my hot take. All right, the AFC West. I mean, let's be real. I mean, it's Kansas City. It's the Chiefs. I mean, the Broncos, they got to do a hard reset. The Raiders, they haven't figured out a quarterback yet. The Chargers, I mean, they got, Harbaugh coming in. I think he'll help turn things around. But, I mean, they lost all their weapons. Like, they trade away Keenan Allen. They trade away Mike Williams. They trade away Eckler. Like, they're doing a hard reset with, Herbert kind of in his prime. I mean, they're trying to rebuild pretty quick, I'm sure. But they fired the defensive coaching staff. Like it's, I mean, maybe they'll have some luck and things just kind of pick up quick because people don't know what they're doing because they don't have any tape on these guys that are coming in. But like, it's hard not to pick the Chiefs right now in the AFC West. So I mean, we say that one for last for the AFC, but that's the Chiefs and they could easily win the AFC again.
I'm gonna go strong yay on that.
And also shout out to our sponsors, Body Armor, Zero Sugar, keeping us hydrated on the pod. Shout out to Body Armor. Second round of sponsors in the pod. Thank you, Body Armor.
Second one sponsors and pie, baby.
Love, love, and love. It's delicious. I drink it all day, every day. That's all I drink.
You said, what's your famous quote? I'll leave it in the store for you. Don't buy it, leave it in the store for you, so you can buy it.
Yeah. Don't buy it. Leave the store me so I can buy it. But you know what? Just don't shop at the Meyer and on Dupont. Go anywhere else. Buy them all there. Leave them over here the Meyer and Dupont for me.
Fans first, baby. Fans first.
Fuck the fans. All right. Let's move over to that NFC now. No secret here. NFC North. I'm picking my Green Bay Packers, partially because I'm a fan. I have a bias with the NFC North. I'm sorry. I can't help it. This is true, authentic me right here. Okay, this is my opinion. This is podcast I'm on. Here to give my takes. I'm not here to be, the professional, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. It's Green Bay Packers podcast. Sorry if you just.
I wouldn't go
suck.
that far.
The Bears suck. The Lions could still be tough here, but I think we're about to put them back in their place here, at least behind the Packers, and we'll take our reigns as kings of the North once again. Yay or nay, Fucius?
Gee, I mean, this is what I want to say and what I'm gonna say. What I want to say is go to hell. What I'm gonna say is yay. I'm gonna say yay. I think though it'll be very close within a game or two of the Lions for who wins that division. I'll give you guys a slight advantage on that. Um, I'm excited to watch other teams play football this year, other
You're
than
excited
my
to watch the
Bears.
Packers. You can't wait to watch some Packers games. We may go to a game in Atlanta. Let us know in the comments below if you want to join us.
Absolutely, but we're gonna be screening people for this, so don't think you're in just because you comment.
No, you're in. You're going for the ride. Let's go. You got to
No,
buy your ticket, pay for your
no,
hotel,
this
and
is
all that
not
stuff.
how we operate in life.
This is how we operate in the I'm Okay podcast. Now, moving on before Fuchsius interrupts me again, we're going
Incorrect.
to go over to the NFC East. Um, the Eagles kind of blew it last year. I think Packers absolutely destroyed Dallas, and they got to give themselves a hard shake and figure out what's going on. So they're going to be like this with their heads, figure out what they did wrong. Commanders, I mean, Giants, like it's got to be. I think it's the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to find the mojo. They're going to find their way back to the form that they were in near the beginning of this past season here, and I think they'll win enough games to win the NFC East because somebody's got to.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles too, largely in part to what you're saying, almost exclusively exactly to what you're saying. I agree, concur.
All right. Yep, NFC East, the Eagles. I won't say the chant again because I cursed them last time, so sorry. No,
EAGLES,
no, no, we don't do
Eagles.
that on the pod. We don't do it on the pod anymore. It's like bringing bananas
Episode
on a
one,
boat.
baby.
It's like
Episode
bringing
one. Boy, I
bananas
got you
on
back.
a
What was it?
boat. We
Episode
just don't
four or
jinx. It's
something.
an announcer jinx. We're not doing it.
Got you back with that. That was great. Actually, they started collapsing right after you said that.
Pretty much right after I said they collapsed. Yeah, they
Shout
didn't win a
out
single game. I
Philadelphia
think
if you're
actually.
watching.
I'm sorry. Go Water Dogs. Um, let's move on. Yeah, go Thunderbirds, Halifax. Screw the Wings. Go Halifax. I don't know, baby. Look it up.
Did we
Also,
talk
Bowling
about
Green.
the
I'm a Bowling Green student right here. Going back to my masters. Go Bowling Green. Go Falcons. Action, baby. Tuesday, Wednesday nights. Looking forward to it in the fall. Um,
AFC South?
NFC South. NFC South. Now this is another crapshoot. I don't think anyone's very good. Actually, I'll save that one for last. I think that's been surprising people. We'll save that one last. Let's go NFC West. 49ers looked really dominant last year. I think they're going to repeat again. I mean, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. The Rams lost Donald. That's a huge loss for them. I think they'll still be contender. Cardinals got some thinking to do. Seahawks, I really don't know where the team's at. They're going to have a new coach. I think they got the quarterback situation kind of settled down now with Gino, but I don't know if they're completely sold there. The defense, I mean, it's hit or miss. They have a couple weapons, wide receiver, but and a decent running back. But I don't know. I'm just not confident in the Seahawks still. I still don't think they really fixed the problems there. So I got 49ers. I mean, that's not a big bold prediction, but 49ers, I think it's hard to think that they won't repeat.
It's about as bold as the Doritos chips. So not very bold, but delicious. Delicious. They are delicious chips. That being said, I completely agree with Kyle again on this. I'm going to defer to Kyle as he's correct.
All right, last, I mean, we got the East, the North, the South, or the West. Now we go to the South. Kind of tease a little bit. This one, someone's got to win. The Panthers are still going to be pretty bad. Uh,
Right.
Buccaneers, I don't know what's all going on down there. They lost a lot of weapons on their defense. I think they're bringing some guys back. They might be a playoff team again.
Mm-hmm.
Saints, I mean, their salary cap hell. I don't know what's all going to go happen down there. They don't seem to trust Carr as their quarterback. I think they're regretting that. So
We should.
I don't know if they can, I don't know. They're kind of like the Seahawks to me. They're like, they couldn't. You just don't know what team you're getting. But I think the team that's the most complete team that actually made a positive change by getting a new coach down there. They have a lot of weapons. They traded for a good quarterback, or he was a free agent, I guess. He signed as a free agent, big time quarterback there, Kirk Cousins. The Atlanta Falcons. I mean, Kirk Cousins. They have Pitts. They got Algier and um, Bijan Robinson and the running back. They got some decent receivers. They have a decent O line. I mean, they're poised to really make a difference this year. I think their defense is pretty solid. They're a great secondary. They could probably bolster that a little bit in the draft and bolster up the line. But like, there's a team that's been like 7-10, 8-9 every year. It seems like that's so close to making that jump as the Falcons and Kevin Kirk at quarterback. As much as a Kirk hater I was, and he was a Viking, I think he's an upgrade. I mean, he's an upgrade over Riddler and uh, any of those other guys. I think that might be what Falcons need to kind of give them the boost to win a pretty crappy division. Tampa, I mean, again, Tampa's kind of in the same boat as this New Orleans and Seattle. Like, they sound kind of good. Like, they were good for a little while there. They had some playoff runs with the same guys, but then they also have times when they just don't get it done and they don't make the playoffs, And I think Tampa's kind of going to be running out of luck here pretty soon by making the
I think
playoffs
so
every year.
too. I'm shocked how well they did last season. To be honest with you, was very shocked that they were as good as they were. I don't think Baker Mayfield's that great of a quarterback, and I'll give him some props. He did good last season. I'm gonna assume that the defense helped out a ton. I didn't really watch many of their games, if any of the games other than the playoffs. But
It's
very
feast or
shocking.
famine, right? I mean, it's just feast or
I'm
famine for
put,
the offense. Baker either does really well or really poorly. There's no.
yeah, right. I'll put that team on the bubble, and I'll give it to the Atlanta Hawks too.
The
Did I say
Hawks,
Atlanta Hawks? I'm sorry.
Trey Young.
Basketball.
Trey Young's going to start being
Falcons. The
QB.
Atlanta Falcons. I think the Hawks have a better chance than the Buccaneers. What I'm trying to say.
Wow. I don't know about that, but all right. But
I'll
yeah,
go
so
Atlanta
that's our
Falcons.
predictions. Comment below. Okay, comment below. Get on the YouTube. Say, no, here's who's winning the divisions in 2024. Tell us why. Defend your picks.
Love it.
Well, that's a lot of NFL talk there. That covered a lot longer than we thought. Um, let's dive quick into March Madness here. We got the Final Four coming up.
Right.
Um, let's see. We got UConn.
Playing
Who are they playing?
Alabama.
UConn, Alabama. Purdue is against NC State.
NC State.
I mean, we're gonna go with the obvious here. I think it's gonna be UConn, Purdue. I mean, I think we're gonna see the two big guys, Clean and ED, battle it out down low. I think that's what the nation wants, unless you're Alabama. Like the Cinderella story of NC State. I mean, if NC State makes it, that's cool. But being in Indiana, you kind of, Purdue's been so close for so long. It'd be nice to kind of see them win a championship or at least make it to the finals and be relevant.
Winning would be
Um,
awesome.
so I mean, I'd love to see Purdue beat UConn in the finals or beat Alabama in the finals even. NC State's just been a great story. They've been such a great run. Like, how inspiring. Wish I could coach a team like that. Props to their coach over there. But I think I got Purdue winning it all over UConn. Fucius, Final Four. Who you got?
Whoa, bold. I'm going to take UConn beating Alabama in a close one. And by close, I mean about 5 to 9 points. And I'm going to say NC State loses to Purdue by about at least 3 point margin, if not a blowout. Purdue winning that game. And then in the finals, I'm going to take UConn beat Purdue, though I hope I'm wrong.
Very good. Hey, can't like defending champs, man. Can't go against them. They're good. They're a good team. They got all
And
the
it's funny,
pieces.
I would have changed my bracket to UConn, which I should have done because I would have the best bracket in the world right now. It would be a tremendous bracket, very luxurious and tremendous, great bracket. Everyone would know about it across the land. It would be the greatest bracket in the world. I concede to Kyle.
All right. Let's move on here from the Donald and all that. I'll keeled over. We got some
That's
new
why I
music
do it.
from Mike Fucius has been pumping out some songs. We made a song. I was the executive producer in one of them, but it's not his best one, unfortunately. His best one, I think, came right after. So Fucius, let's talk about what's going on with the King of Rap, Mike Fucius.
I appreciate you. And yeah, me and Kyle worked on a song last Friday. It turned out quite good. Probably about a 7 out of 10, so I didn't release it. But I got this other song. And by the way, we might rework it at some point. So if that happens, it's coming your way. New song is called As Much As I Love You, punk rock song. Very good song. It's going to be on iTunes, Spotify, TikTok, and a bunch of other major platforms within the next 4 to 6 days, I'd say.
I'm a little upset they didn't release our song, but very proud of this next song you worked on. It is better, but I think you should release both. But irregardless, great song. We're gonna post in the comments below on YouTube, post in the link in the description maybe. Let people listen to once it becomes live.
Great
Uh,
idea.
yeah, but I think you guys are gonna really
Tremendous.
enjoy it. I think it's actually really solid. And I'm not just saying that because I'm his friend and on his pod, best friend and on his pod. It is. I don't lie to him. I tell him how it is. So he knows it's truth.
Appreciate it. Thanks, brother.
All right. Well, you got anything else for the pod tonight, Fuchsias?
Closing remarks. I wear a lot of hats, and after this conversation of today and podcast, I think I'm going to get a Houston Texans hat next.
Wow.
I know
Selling
no
out the
one cares
Bears.
about that, but I needed to. I needed to say something boring and random.
He's got
There you
yeah,
have it.
he's got a hat for almost every NFL team besides the Packers.
And the Cowboys.
Maybe the Vikings and Lions.
I do have a Lions hat, but not Vikings either. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a long debate. Save that for the next podcast, and by the next podcast, the one in Brazil in Portuguese.
We're going to Brazil.
Can't
Taking this
wait.
pod on the road.
All right, guys, y'all have an awesome night. Appreciate y'all or day whenever you're watching this thing. I'm Mike, and he is Kyle. Y'all have a good night.